Today is day 2, I think, for IVF treatment, and this will just be a quick report. I play baseball tonight, so I'm rushing to get out the door. Feeling much better today than I was a couple days ago. They have I was supposed to start with Gonal F today, and then like about 5 days from now I would start Luveris. Because of the lower follicle count, they're having me start Gonal F and Luveris together. Initially with Luveris, I was supposed to only take like one dose, which is this box. I am now having to do a double dose, and so I had to pick up 15 more boxes of this. So they've doubled the dose, and I'm starting it early. So I think what the goal is to make the follicles I do have grow and keep them, really just maximize what I have available to me right now. So I'm feeling okay about that right now. I guess I have to wait and see over the next, few days or weeks, how I respond to the medication and how they affect, I guess, my follicles, and to see if they grow into healthy, viable eggs. So I'm trying to stay positive, and I'm trying to stay optimistic about this, so that I'm not giving myself any added stress that could cause for any issues along the way. Other than that, I start today with injections, so I have to give myself 2 a day, every day at night, and it depending on how Luveris goes, it could actually be 3, because they told me to start. I have to combine 2 shots essentially, so they told me to combine them all into giving like 1 injection. But if it burns too much, that I'm supposed to then break it into 2. So then I would be giving myself 3 injections a night. I'm really hoping that it's not going to burn too much, and that I will respond well to the injections. So another thing that I'm noticing is today, the last couple days, but really surfacing today, because I had to take birth control for about 10 days prior. I'm noticing now that I stopped, my face is just erupting with acne. I was really upset about having to take birth control in the first place. My body's never responded well to it. So now I'm noticing the acne, and I'm having a little bit of bleeding today. They said that it was normal, which is kind of interesting, because I started the birth control, I think the second day of my period, and then I took it for like 10 days and I stopped. So for me to be bleeding a little bit, it feels like it's off, but or something's wrong. But they told me that you may or may not get a period. I wouldn't call it a period. I would call it more like spotting or something along those lines. So, yeah, so I'm feeling sort of optimistic. I'm really hoping that that's all gonna play out well, and I'll respond well to the medication. I'll be filming again, probably Monday when I have my appointment, unless I feel like I have something to report otherwise, with doing the drugs. I'm a little bit nervous because when I was doing just like timed intercourse cycles or IUI with the medication, there was one incident where I injected the medication into my stomach, and it like bubbled. It created this like big, very visible lump. So I panicked, and thank goodness I have a wonderful husband. He Googled it, and he just said, relax and it'll go away, and it did. But ever since that experience, I now get a little nervous, especially having to give myself a couple. I also gave myself a major bruise that time, so I think maybe I just hit somewhere I wasn't supposed to hit, or I'm not sure what I did, but it obviously wasn't the right way. So I am slightly nervous of that happening again, especially because as it times out, I am playing. I play a lot of softball, so I said that I would kind of keep doing that, and for as much as I could. And of course, the first day of medication, I have to play, so I literally have to give myself these injections like in the middle of my game. We'll see how that goes. It might not be something I'll be able to continue, but we're gonna see how it goes. I'm sure there's been many times where people have had to give themselves these injections in really weird and strange places, and I'd be interested to know about some of those places, because I feel like when you're on a clock. I've decided that I'm going to take them at 8 p.m. every night. It's just what I feel works best for me. It's also a time when my husband is always home, so I have someone that will be here to sort of play nurse in case something does go wrong. And because the dosages are so high, I would just like for someone to be around in case I don't respond well. I don't anticipate that happening, and it's really unlikely that something would happen, but it's just nice to have that support person, and that person who's available to you if something were to not go right. But yeah, I'm feeling much better today. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to stay optimistic. I'm trying to focus on things that are positive experiences with IVF, or anything to do with IVF. I'm just trying to, or with having a baby, really. I'm just trying to stay on the positive side, and eliminate any sort of triggers for me, or things that I find upsetting. But yeah, for now, I'm feeling okay, and much better than the tears a couple days ago. And yeah, I'm really just praying to God every day that everything's gonna work out, and that my age, I'm 37, that my age isn't gonna be a factor or an issue. Yeah, so I'll again report back probably Monday, maybe before, if there's anything I feel that I should be adding.